expect me to stay like I'm your only escape.
Hey y'all, it's your sis Erica Vane back again with another Sistas video, and in this video I am breaking down my predictions for the season 3 episode 11 mid-season finale. Let's get into it. Okay y'all, things are crazy. I'm really excited going into episode 11. A lot of the storylines that we have been tracking through this season are going to come to a head. I want to start off on a really great positive note, right? So I'm going to go to my favorite storyline as of right now in this series, and that is Zach and Fatima. We see Zach come all suited up, booted up. He got his little vest on, his little blazer, his little suit or whatever. We know that he has just come up on $787,000, 500,000 of which he has put in his account. He is used to get an investment property. He has quit his job. He is making big and major moves, and we love to see it. If you have missed it, check out my episode 10 breakdown. It's the Zach come up for me, and I go into depth about that in that breakdown video, so be sure to watch that after this video. Be linked in the cards above, description box down below. But we get to see Zach and Fatima in the trailer sitting down to have a conversation, and he lets her know, like, don't project anything on me, which is so cool. Like, I like the route that they're kind of going with Zach and Fatima. Like, I've been struggling with if Zach is going to break Fatima's heart, because he is definitely still in love or entangled with Karen. We saw, earlier in this season, him and Karen slept together at her salon, and Aaron walked in on that, and that created a little bit of tension and rift, and they have been battling back and forth and arguing with each other, and it was really just a lot of the raw passion and lack of closure that really brought them together in that moment. So from then on, I was very concerned of, like, yes, he's feeling Fatima. He has such great chemistry with Fatima. They just work, right? Visually, they just work. She is so supportive of him. She, is helping him get on his feet with the housing project thing, and helping him come up with some cash and giving him a place to stay and all that. She's just been really great with him. However, I wasn't seeing him actually invest in her as much, which he couldn't because he didn't necessarily have as much as she did. And when it comes to getting to know people, I felt like Fatima was really getting to know the real Zach, but Zach wasn't getting to know the full scope of Fatima. Like, he was getting to see the supportive down chick, he was getting to see the boss bitch, he was getting to see all of these things, and it hasn't been that. Well, he was getting to see some things, but it wasn't everything. And it wasn't until they had that conversation in bed a few episodes ago where she actually even revealed what her past was like with other guys and why she's out here, operating the way she is. Because when we meet Fatima, she's on her pimping stuff. She's not allowing herself to get caught up, fall in love, or mess around with these Negroes. Like, she's just not doing it. And Zach is the one who kind of like slips through the cracks, and she's not able to throw him into the rotation, but he actually starts to pull at her heartstrings. But he didn't necessarily get to know the why behind that. So in that episode, he got to learn that. And then now that they're shifting out of a space where she has to pull him up or help him up or prop him up or whatever, now it's creating more opportunity for him to actually take time to get to know her. So my hesitation when it came to Zach and Fatima is, like, I didn't want Zach to break Fatima's heart because she was definitely falling a little bit faster than he was. And then I also wanted Zach to be sure that this is what he wanted, because I felt like he doesn't really know Fatima. Like, he knows her sexually, but he doesn't know her fully as a full woman. And now I think that's what we're going to walk into. So I like the conversation that they're having in the trailer where he's like, don't project this stuff on me. And he's also coming at his situation from a very real and honest place, which I am so appreciative of. Like, I love that they're using his storyline in this way to have this conversation, because yes, he still loves Karen. He still has feelings for her. However, he's actively choosing to pursue something with Fatima. He's not hiding or running from his feelings from Karen, with Karen, but he's making an active choice to choose something else and to try something different, and he's willing to commit to that choice. Like, in the last episode, we see him say, like, I won't do anything with her while we're figuring it out, while we're doing anything. Like, I will make you that promise. And if that's all that he can give in this moment, then I appreciate the honesty and transparency because it's really dope to see. There's so many guys who would just date them both or sleep with them both and not really be taking the time to think about how they feel, work out their stuff, address any toxic mindset things that they might have, and just go on and be breaking hearts left and right. But Zach, I think, is getting to a very intentional place where he really is trying to do better. He's not just a little hot mess that's not trying to do better. He really is trying to do better. And this is what we're talking about when there's somebody with potential and they might not be where they are trying to be, but they're actively working to get there. This is what that looks like. Okay, go. I might as well Zach for president. Let me be your campaign manager because listen, I understand you. We see each other, Zach. We see each other, and I definitely think that Fatima deserves a down guy like Zach. Like I think Fatima deserves a rider. I think she deserves somebody who's going to be in her corner, who's going to really love her, both physically, emotionally, and mentally. And I think that that's what we're about to see during the second half of this season. So this mid-season finale is going to set us up for that. We do see Zach and Karen almost kiss in the trailer, but I really think that that is more so like a closure kiss. I think that they're going to have a real conversation. I think that Zach is going to give her the $72,000 that he owes her, child. And this him paying the tab, like Zach is forever going to get credit for me because him paying the tab of like all that she sold into him over the course of 3 years, like what? That does not happen. Where did they do that at? They don't. I definitely think that this isn't necessarily him backsliding or doing anything shady to Fatima, but he goes to her, they bring her the money to have a closure conversation, they have a closure kiss, and they both are going to choose to go their separate ways. I think that Karen is going to see what it's going to look like for her getting deeper invested in Aaron, and Zach is going to see what it looks like for him to get deeper invested in Fatima. I will say that I don't think this is it for Zach and Karen. I do think that they are going to separate, but something later on down the line, it might not be in season 3, it might wind up being in season 4. Something is going to interrupt what they got going on and bring them back together. But for the moment, I will take the closure conversation. I will take what they give us and be happy with it. Okay, moving on to Karen and Aaron. Aaron is bringing up the fact that he wouldn't feel as guilty about them sleeping together and getting as close as they are if they were to get married. And no, it's a no for me. It's an absolute no for me. You on your Gary stuff, and you can find the door too, just like we want him to find the door. No. Y'all gonna have to go back to not sleeping with each other, because if the only option is for y'all to get married just so that you can continue to sleep with each other, but you don't know each other well enough yet, and I still haven't figured out if I'm okay with you being with Karen, because Aaron, you've been giving that you do not deserve, sir, if I'm gonna be quite honest with you right now. No, we're not getting married. And Karen, girl, you better not be thinking about it. The only thing I can think that's going to push her to do it is this closure conversation with Zach, because in this season we have seen Karen actually address her real feelings, her ever-present feelings for Zach. And if he has this conversation of closure and like he wants to move on, he wants to be honest with her, tells her that he's going to really focus on Fatima, whatever, that might be something that subconsciously pushes her towards Aaron. And child, we hate to see it, because like I said, Aaron has yet to show me that he really deserves Karen. And yes, y'all, I'm riding for Karen because I love Karen down, period. I definitely think we're going to see in the mid-season finale. I'm hoping that she don't go down this route, but I could definitely see her doing it as a knee-jerk reaction. And we also need to figure out what's going on with her and the sisters. Like, they're back talking again, and it's kind of okay, but they haven't had a real conversation around this lawsuit because the ex-wife is suing all of them and Andi. Andi has yet to be accountable to the girls, I think, in a real way, because she rushed out to go home to Gary that night when they were at the restaurant. So I'm definitely thinking when it comes to Karen, it's going to be, her storyline is going to be about Zach, then Aaron, and then where she stands with the girls. Moving right up to my least favorite storylines. Let's throw up a dang on coin. Is it Andi and Gary, or is it Sabrina and whatever she got going with her men's? My very least favorite, it is Andi and Gary. I am tired of seeing Gary's face. Shout out to the actor that plays Gary, because you was doing your job, because I don't like your character. So you are really doing a great job as Gary. Keep it up, but also to the left, sir. Gary is in the bed with some hoochie and some other on-looking hoochie, and by the looks of the trailer, this is his therapist who's giving him some kind of exercise. But what therapist in what world, in what day and age, thinks that's okay for you to be in this bed in your drawers with this woman on top of you? Your wife, your fiance, your woman is not nowhere to be found. She's not even privy to this whole exercise, and y'all working out whatever the hell this is, and you a woman. They taught you to do that at school? Because I don't think so. This is some dumb let's keep it it 100. So Andi walks in and Gary is seated on the bed with this woman on top of him, and I need Andi to lose all sense that she got, and she only got a little bit because clearly she's still here in this relationship with him, so she ain't got that much. So every little remaining shred of sense that you have, Andi, I needed to go out the window, and I need you to go to ballistic because we've had enough. At this point, you're not even just fighting for yourself, you fighting for all of us who have had your back, who have thought that you was worthy, who thought that you were worth more. Meanwhile, you still stand with this man. He's not only wasting your time not respecting your ring, but he wasting ours. And now I need you to throw your hands up, sis. It's time to handle business. It's time to choose violence. Yes, I said it. I did. I said what I said. Because this is ridiculous, y'all. If it's not one thing, it's another. Like 3 episodes ago, he was just in the bathroom with sex sounds coming out the bathroom and he on the phone with the therapist. Like, what is actually going on? And if you have all of this that you need to do and all this intensive sex therapy or whatever you got going on, maybe you need to be single while you work this out, bro. Because this relationship is not it. What you putting her through is not it. And at this point, can y'all tell that I'm very weary? Like, I'm weary. Andi, all your life you had to fight with this man, and I am weary just watching. Enough is enough. You see Robin over there looking real cute and partner-like? Yes, that is now your thing. Let's do that. Let's go there. That's an exercise that we can go ahead and get involved in. Let's engage in a little bit of Robin. How about that? Let me know in the comment section down below. Do y'all think that Andi should be engaging in a little bit of Robin? Because I'm all here for it. Period. Been here for it. Honestly. In the trailer, we see Andi and Robin almost kiss. And like I said, I'm here for it. I don't think that they actually going to wind up kissing. And you know what? I hope Gary walk in on it. How about that? I mean, at this point, maybe we just need to be working for Gary to leave Andi. Because Andi is just not getting the hints and not... I gotta stop talking about her. But I ain't excited to talk about Sabrina either. So let's go ahead and get to it. Sabrina is doubling back to Calvin now that she got Jacoby stalking her. Girl, I need you to go to work, go to therapy, and go home. Maybe go to the gym every now and again. And just get in that routine and stick in that routine and mind your business. Don't talk to nobody. Just Jesus. Just you and Jesus, girl. Because I cannot keep up. You don't want Calvin, you do want Calvin, you don't want Calvin, you do want Calvin, Calvin's gay, Calvin's on drugs, all of this stuff just to make it back here, and y'all were supposed to be together from the beginning, but you believing and thinking and all of the, like, it's just so much ridiculousness, sis. You deserve better than this. Why are you choosing violence against yourself? And Calvin, why are you letting her choose violence against you? Why are you back here on this couch kissing this girl? Y'all need a little bit more time and space. I do think that Calvin and Sabrina are supposed to be together. However, this is the worst timing, and Sabrina got some mindset things that she needs to deal with. And Calvin, you have gotten to a place of deep insecurity while in this relationship with her, and you walked in with a lot of confidence. So I also think that you need to take some time and just get back to where you were, and maybe y'all can revisit down the line, because right now it ain't it. Jacoby is hot on her ass, stalking her. You have been knocked out by that man. She has been, knocked you out emotionally and with your confidence. It's just, there's more healing that needs to happen before this happens, and I just don't want to see it. I really don't. Not right now, at least. But we probably gonna see it, y'all. They're gonna get back together when they have yet to do what they need to do. Hopefully they at least have the conversations that they need to have and be honest. And Sabrina, if you're gonna get into something with Calvin in this episode, sis, you're gonna have to commit to listening to what this man said, and he said what he said, and that's it. Don't bring no more he said, she said bullcrap back into this relationship, because we don't want to hear it. Now, before I finish this predictions video in depth, y'all, I didn't talk about this in my preview, so that's my bad, but Maurice is seeming like he's getting a little bit more comfortable with Q, the scammer boy, so we're gonna see them in the mid-season finale as well. I'm interested to see if this is gonna actually turn into a relationship, or are we just gonna be smashing, because I thought for a second that they're just gonna be smashing for a while. It bothers me that Q has nothing. He has no pot to piss in or a window to throw it out of, and I don't want that for Maurice. Even though Maurice has been choosing violence throughout this season as well, I still think that he deserves better. But hey, maybe this is the thing that's going to occupy Maurice, keep him out of Sabrina and Calvin's business and stop making things worse for people, so he can go ahead and have little Q boy be his project that he works on, and maybe that turns into a fruitful relationship. Let me go ahead and have a little hope for them. All right, yes, we gonna go ahead and have a little hope for you, Maurice. Just make sure you put up some cameras, okay? Because don't forget he steals. All right, y'all, that is my full breakdown of my predictions for the mid-season finale for season 3 of Sistas. It's episode 11. Now it's your turn. Jump down in the comment section and tell me what you are predicting to happen in the mid-season finale, because I really want to know. We really need to talk about it, and I'm going to reply to every comment that is posted. If you're new here, I'm Erica Vane, and I'm breaking down Sistas every day with new videos. Go ahead and hit the subscribe button. Join the tribe so that you don't miss when I do an upload. You got to be right here as soon as I press that publish button, okay? Okay. If you missed any of my sisters breakdowns up until now, I have them linked in my sisters playlist, so go ahead, check it out. It's on screen for you. And if you love sisters, then I think that you might also like Gossip Girl, which is linked on screen for you. And then also, you might like All American. I'm breaking down them both. That's linked on screen for you as well. I'm going to see you in my next sisters video. Bye.